Portland, Oregon, and other cities around the country. More than 300 arrested Thursday, 252 in New York City alone. Captain Lewis, you were arrested, charged with disorderly conduct, including disrupting traffic and refusing to move on. There was an image of you being arrested in your dress blues down in front of the New York Stock Exchange that was went kind of viral, and we were all in the office sort of marveling at it. There's some footage of you being arrested. Why did you're a retired police captain, you're served in Philadelphia, if I'm not mistaken, right? Mm-hmm. Why did you come down to Occupy Wall Street on Thursday?
Well, I didn't come down on Thursday. I actually came down on Monday, and I came down to assist the movement because, to me, I've been retired for 8 years in a very secluded life. I moved up to New York, Catskill Mountains, and you can't see anybody, nobody can see me, and it was a Walden Pond type of lifestyle, which I wanted. But I also use the internet for my only source of information, not the TV, not the newspapers. And I saw this action being taken by these protesters and the conditions they were living in, and the fact that they were not doing this for themselves, they were doing this for all people who were suffering injustice. And that conviction that they had for social justice just inspired me, and I couldn't do anything else but come down. And I would have been down sooner, but I was working on a very important project in upstate New York against the gas companies. The term is fracking, where they go down and they destroy the
You're
earth.
involved in fracking activism upstate. So you came down this week. Will you tell me about the arrest itself? And I guess the question I'm sort of dying to know is what your interactions with your NYPD was like. Presumably it was a little different than if I had been down there arrested or someone else. Obviously you were dressed like this. What was that interaction like?
They were it was exemplary of professional conduct with me and every protester that I witnessed.
Interesting.
They had an extremely tough job. They're human beings too, okay? And there's the fight or flight reaction.
Interesting.
Police cannot have the flight reaction, so they have to have the fight. And subsequently, this can get out of hand. And that's why you have the white shirts. The white shirts are the ones who are supervising. What I saw down there was the white shirts doing fighting. Therefore, who's supervising?
Right.
That's when you have anarchy. And the problem, and I also want to make clear to everyone in the New York Police Department that my statements, video was edited, okay? And I knew that was going to happen. And the one step I could take to try to minimize that from happening was to refuse any interviews with Fox News. And the Fox representative did come up to me. I saw the Fox. I said, "You stay away from me. You're a big part of the problem." But go ahead, continue. I'm a little wordy. If I get too wordy.
No, you're not wordy. You're perfect. I mean, this is really fascinating stuff because I think all of us have been. I'll speak for myself. I've been watching this unfold, and in the beginning. I think I've been surprised by some of the police overreaction, and people on the internet have said, you're naive to be surprised by police overreaction, but I think there's part of me that feels that, I'm worried about confrontations with police becoming the sort of signpost for the movement as opposed to its content about the 99% message. At the same time, I have been really upset by the various police overreactions we've seen across the country, and it seems consistent. I mean, you have seen time and time again non-threatening, non-violent, peaceful protesters being the subject of force, batons, pepper spray. I want to play this video, which is sort of making the rounds this morning now. This is students at UC California, Davis, sitting down completely peacefully, linked arms,